Hey guys, this week's Zombie Orpheus Entertainment Weekly Update is like a dirty fortune cookie. In bed. Hearken, good gentles, I have the great fortune to be in bed with Matt Vancil.
I renew my objection to the backdrop.
When you're in bed with Matt Vancil, you always have sweet dreams.
This was a terrible idea.
I like your hat, Matt.
Thank you.
Is it new?
It is. I got this at Spokon, made by a wonderful fan and friend from Eastern Washington, Denise Howard Davis. Still wearing it.
Look for pictures. Doyle, Brown, and Lewis all have one as well. It's kind of epic.
But mine's the best, because it's full of my head.
Now, Matt, as I understand it, you are, in fact, the creative entity behind both of Dead Gentleman's primary intellectual properties, The Gamers and Demon Hunters.
Yes.
What can't you do?
Math.
And so to what degree, how much of everything that we've seen is yours? Or comes straight out of your amazing mind?
I wrote the Demon Hunters movies
and
executive produced them. I wrote and directed both Gamers films and the other scripts. Like there's a Gamers script right now called The Gamers Pwned that is being repped by Epic Level Entertainment. That's at Machinima right now. It's in development there. And there's another one that's in the planning stages that would actually be a sequel to Dorkness. It would be Gamers 3, but really Dorkness 2. We're gonna screw up the numbering system. I will milk this cow until it is skeletal. Cut away!
On the YouTubes, Shadow Whisper asked us exactly where $100 grand is going to go for JourneyQuest Season 2, which is an excellent question. We have a very specific target, and the money's coming from the fans. The fans have every right to say exactly what does that pay for. And not being the producer or the director of the film, I couldn't tell you. Matt?
What that money pays for is the cast and the crew. Up to this point, pretty much all of the Dead Gentleman films have been done pro bono. We haven't profited from them. The money that we made off of Gamers and Dorkness goes to producing the DVDs, getting to conventions, advertising and such, and meeting all of you folks. But we're at a point right now where if we continue the way that we've been doing, we will continue to produce one film every 3 to 5 years, which isn't to anyone's benefit. The quality that we would require to pull off something like JourneyQuest well is not something that can be done on a volunteer basis. It's
continually.
Continually.
We could do it once.
Unsustainable. Well, that's exactly why we did the first season for volunteer, was to say this is the level of quality that we can do. Now imagine what we can do if we're funded.
Yeah.
And that's how the whole fan model works.
Right.
If this is something that you like and enjoy, and I take it by the fact that you're watching this and you've been following us for a time.
We know you're watching.
That you enjoy the material. What the 100,000 buys us is freedom from any studio or network or other entity that would have the power to tell us to change what it is that we're making, to cut us short, to force something in. We are buying, it's autonomy. I mean, these are operating expenses that will allow the actors, the crew, the filmmakers, everyone in post-production to continue to make this. And to make it on a more consistent basis so that it's not 3 to 5 years between every project. I mean, Darkness Rising, I wrote in 2003, we shot in 2005, released in 2008. It was a 5-year process for a movie.
And it took several years after the fact for it to be paid off.
Right.
And that is not, for us, considered a sustainable model. JourneyQuest Season 1 was a test bed. It's a pilot of the program that we hope to continue, and as we mentioned in another video, JourneyQuest Season 2 will be to prove that the model will continue to work, so that then we can proceed to JourneyQuest 3 and another Gamers movie and more projects on a consistent basis.
When we have the sufficient budget, no one has to take time off from work or try to get this done in the margins of their time while still trying to make a living. If this is the living, this is what we do. There will be a steadier stream of material and a bunch of projects we can get into that exist on paper right now. I have tons of material waiting to be shot. Demon Hunters Gritty Reboot as a web series, 2 other Gamers films, Hop Jockey, which I pitched around at Sci-Fi and the Cartoon Network with an Emmy Award winner on my side. If you're pitching and an earthquake hits,
don't stop.
Just reschedule.
Okay.
Just reschedule. There's Strowlers. There's Red Shirts. There's a bunch of the little stuff that we'd like to get going. Hail to Thee, Dark Lord, and Minute Myths.
What's the that's not habitats, but households and humans.
Households and humans, the anti-gamers and whatnot.
And of course, that is just the stuff that is coming from. Largely, what he's mentioned, most of that material is coming from Matt, and a few of it is coming from some other individuals in Dead Gentlemen.
In bed.
As always, if you leave us questions in the comments below on YouTube, we will answer them in next week's video. In the meantime, if you haven't already, you can click like, you can click share, and you can check out a number of other humorous videos while you're waiting for next week's update right over there.
I like those. I will watch those.
That one's really good, actually.
That one or that one?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. See ya. Want to see something pretty awesome?
Probably not. Not in this
Want to
context.
see the power of the director? Ready?
No, cut!